What's up, guys? Coach Michael Burt. For those of you out there who don't know my story, I actually grew up in the small town of Woodbury, Tennessee. 15 years old, a Little League baseball coach asked me to help him coach a junior pro basketball team. And that led to my life's work of coaching. And that's all I have been doing for the last, 26 years now. At 19 years old, I went to Riverdale High School as an assistant coach because I believed that every day at your current job is an interview for your next job. And so I got this incredibly wonderful opportunity at 19 to go be an assistant coach at the second largest high school in Tennessee. And within a few years, I had become the head coach. I made a lot of mistakes, especially years 1, 2, and 3. But pretty soon, by the third year, I had figured things out, got in a rhythm. We were winning 20, let's just call it on average, 25 games a year. Winning the conference multiple times. And finally, 31 years old, I figured out how to break through and win a championship. By this point, I was speaking all over the country. I was writing books. I was speaking to some of the biggest companies in the world. I spoke at Dell and State Farm and National Healthcare and all kinds of people. And then at 31, I walked in one day and I retired. And I retired from what I no longer wanted to do because I felt a bigger calling. I felt a bigger purpose in my life. I felt like I was supposed to go touch a lot more people in the world. And so at 31, I started a coaching business that originally was called Maximum Success. I remember our first website, MaximumSuccess.org. And then it quickly became Michael Burt Enterprises, and then now it's shifted to, we've got multiple companies, the Greatness Factory and the Revolution Group, which is my real estate company and company to go out there and help people. But today all I do is coach people all day, every day. I coach big companies like Churchill Mortgage and Hotze Wellness Center, where I am the coach of the company to help them drive revenue and tighten up. And we also have a big coaching program called Monster Producer, which has over 350 people in that program, and we're coaching them through structures. I believe that we all have missing structures. I believe that good entrepreneurs create a unique process to fill those structures. And I believe if you practice those processes, it should drive predictable outcomes. But what I want to talk to you tonight, I've been out on a bike ride. I know you're saying, man, why would you go out on a bike ride? But it's creativity, man. I get creativity when I get out and I flow and I listen to podcasts and I listen to things. And tonight I want to give you this. It's a couple days before Christmas. And I want you to give yourself a gift this year. I know Christmas is about other people, and it should be. But at the end of the day, I also want to give yourself a gift. The gift of confidence. The gift of belief. The gift of faith. The gift of a bigger future. You know, a lot of people seek validation from other people, and I get it, man. Especially if your love language is affirmation, you need to hear how good you are. You need to hear that you're appreciated. You need to hear those things. But I actually tell people that I'd like to get you to the point where the only validation you need is from your own self. And you'll hear me say this in my speaking engagements, is that nobody knows your potential except you. My wife doesn't know my potential. My daughter doesn't know my potential. My own mother doesn't know my potential. My father don't know my potential. I know what my potential is or what my future is. The only person that knows that is me. You know why? Because it lives in my imagination. It lives up here. Nobody can see it but me. I do believe God's gift to us many times is the gift of potential. This idea of embryonic growth, that we'll be better today than we were yesterday. We'll be better tomorrow than we are today. That we will never stop getting better unless we choose to stop getting better. So the gift I want to give you, it's not a gift from me to you. I actually believe that you are a very important person. You are a VIP. You are a person of interest. The only person that needs to believe it is you. You just haven't figured it out yet. You see, growing up in that small town, I constantly used to hear people say, well, you'll never be anything big. Nothing good comes out of that. It reminds me of the Bible. Who was it? Was it Nathaniel who said, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Well, I heard that a lot of times in my whole life, is that you're from a small town. I remember going to college, and although I finished 8th in my class, I still had to take remedial courses. I think in English, maybe not English, but I know in math. And I remember wearing a hat and keeping my head down, you know, and so nobody would talk to me. I didn't talk to anybody. I was shy. I was introverted. I was insecure, man. That's the only way I know how to tell you. I didn't involve myself in anything. I didn't join. I remember getting asked to join a fraternity, and man, it didn't even cross my mind to do that because I was so insecure about where I was in life. I didn't want to talk to anybody because I didn't have anything valuable to say at that time, is what I thought. So I poured myself into coaching, which actually turned out to be a good move, by the way. When I say I poured myself into coaching, man, I mean, I went to class at 7, 8, 9, and 10, and at 11 o'clock every day I was coaching. And I stayed until 8, 9, 10, midnight. That was what I did for a decade. I believe 100% in 10 years. At the 10-year mark, you have a tremendous breakthrough. At the 10-year mark, you have 10,000 hours of practice. So I took those 10 years of coaching, and I learned one thing: how to engineer people to win. By studying what's called the whole person theory. Dr. Stephen Covey created this, I think, probably in the early 90s, and he said every person is made up of 4 parts: a body, a mind, a heart, and a spirit, and each of those parts produce 4 different needs, 4 different dimensions, 4 different capacities, 4 different intelligences. And at the highest manifestation of those 4 dimensions is vision for the mind, discipline for the body, passion for the heart, and conscience for the spirit. Vision, discipline, passion, and conscience. And I began to coach my players in those 4 areas: knowledge, skill, desire, confidence. Knowledge, skill, desire, confidence. And I said, man, I'm onto something here, because the more I work on these 4 areas, the more I'm filling their missing structures. We all have missing structures, and our missing structures are in one of those 4 areas: knowledge for the mind, skill for the body, desire for the heart, or confidence for the spirit. You look at any person, and they're missing one of those components. When people have one of those components, they're big-time people. You add likability, connectivity, deep networks, some type of free prize, man, then you got a person of interest. And people of interest move the world. There's no surprise that people of power and influence have more of everything. They got more opportunity. They got more, I don't say attractiveness to the market, but they attract more people. They got more energy. That's just the way the world works. And there's some part of us that all want to be a person of interest. But I began coaching people, and after coaching 3 and 4 and 500 people, you begin saying, man, this guy's got knowledge, but he don't have skill. This guy's got skill, but he don't have desire. This guy's got knowledge, skill, and desire, but he don't have any confidence, or he don't have any likability. And that one thing is holding him back. And so for you this Christmas, I want you to really step back and give yourself a gift of one of these things. God has given us the gift of potential. For some reason, you may have a missing structure. We all do. And that one thing is holding us back. But I want you to give yourself a gift. Wrap it in a bow, right? And give it to yourself. Give it to yourself and say, look, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. All of our anxiety comes from, all of our stress and worry comes over anxiety over the past, or anxiety about the future. Give yourself this Christmas the gift of confidence. Give yourself the gift of a network. Give yourself the gift of knowledge. Give yourself the gift of skill. Give yourself the gift of one of these things. And I promise you, just take it from a coach, man. It's coaching a lot of people. I'm lucky to coach a lot of people that I love. If you feel one of those missing structures, your life's going to blow up. Your life's going to blow up. So let me go through them one more time. Knowledge for the mind, skill for the body, desire for the heart, confidence for the spirit. Likability, which is just energy, connectivity, deep networks, and some free prize. Those are ingredients of what I call a POI, a person of interest. And if you came to me and said, I want to drive up my person of interest score, which is going to create more opportunity, It's going to create more flow of energy to you. It's going to create deeper networks. If you came to me and told me that's what you wanted to do, I would tell you, let's go to work on filling these missing structures. Confidence is a caboose to knowledge, skill, and desires. It's that simple. Okay? But give yourself a gift this year. I know you're giving a lot of gifts out. Okay? I know you're giving a lot of gifts out. I got this as a gift right here from Ryan Siak and Monster Producer. Isn't this cool? Big old thick jacket. It says the Greatness Factory on it. We manufacture greatness. Listen, you can manufacture greatness. So I hope this Christmas is a Christmas time of reflection, but man, listen, you're already a person of interest. You just don't know it yet. You're already a very important person. You just ain't figured it out yet. And when you do, your life is going to go to a freakish level. See, I drew worth and confidence from coaching. The confidence I didn't have in college. The confidence I didn't have with girls. The confidence I didn't have with friends. The confidence I didn't have to join anything. I got it when I got into coaching, man. That was the vehicle. At that time, that was the vehicle that gave me the confidence I needed. I was somebody in the world when I was coaching. I was a person of authority. And that gave me more confidence. And the better I got and the more practice I got, we began to win. And that gave me more confidence. And I said, man, it's time for me to go do something big. You can't go big if little got you. So Merry Christmas, Merry early Christmas to you. I believe in you. I believe everybody needs a coach who will help them find and fill these missing structures. If you don't have one, I'd love to coach you. Because I love working with people who have the raw materials. They just missing one ingredient, and we can help them find it. So God bless you. Merry Christmas. Give yourself the gift, wrap it in a bow, and walk in and go, man, I am a very important person. Good Lord has blessed me to become somebody to take dominion over my area, and I ain't holding back anymore, man. Have a great night. God bless you.